Lightweight from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Carolina, Puerto Rico, run around San Juan, Victor Acosta, good-looking fighter. And we'll get a line on him in just a moment. Marvin Goldberg is in the ring to give us our introductions upcoming. Victor Acosta has had some pretty tough fights in Puerto Rico and Venezuela, John.
He's got a good record, Sam. He's got 11 wins and 2 losses with 1 draw. He's knocked out 5, which indicates he's more of a boxer than he is a puncher. This is his only fight, this year, rather. He knocked out Willie Fisher in the 2nd round. We're ready to go.
There's Santos Cruz. Let's get the introductions.
This bout, 10 rounds. In the red corner, from Carolina, Puerto Rico, wearing red trunks with a white stripe, weighing 126 and a half, Victor El Tigre Acosta. And in the blue corner, from the Bronx, New York, wearing white trunks with a red stripe, weighing 125 and a half, Santos Cruz, Jose Luis Rivera.
Santos Cruz is 24 years old. He has a record of 7 wins, 7 losses, and a draw. He's got 3 knockouts. So both of these fighters, at least according to their record, show that they are boxers more than they are punchers. Incidentally, Santos Cruz, Sam, is a substitute for Carlton Sparrow, who was originally supposed to fight here tonight. And he had a head test yesterday at the New York State Athletic Commission, and he failed the test. I would like to elaborate on that a little later because of recent developments.
Very interesting, yeah, John.
And he's a former Golden Gloves champion, Santos Cruz, at 106 pounds, and he beat Johnny Borderosa to win that title.
Not a bad win. Scheduled for 10 rounds. Victor Acosta, originally from Puerto Rico, now living in the Bronx. And when I asked him what he knew about Santos Cruz and how he's going to fight him, he says, doesn't matter. Let's just go in and take him out.
That's his attitude, and that's the attitude of his manager, Bob Jackson. When I spoke to him about fighting here a couple of weeks ago, he said, I don't care who you get, just get somebody. We'll fight anybody.
His 2 losses have been to Diablito Valdez and Carlos Pinago, the #1 contender in Venezuela. Diablito Valdez has been around.
And a real cute, smart fighter, Diablito Valdez.
Nice left hand by Acosta.
Notice that the boxers in this bout are using thumbed gloves. This is a 10-round bout. 10, 12, 15 rounds, they use the thumbed glove. Anything below that, the thumbless glove.
Acosta has been 10 rounds a couple of times before in his pro career. This is 15th pro fight. Watch for the left hand. That's what he likes to throw.
Acosta has one ambition, Sam. You know what it is? He wants to fight Hector Camacho.
Ooh, I don't know if that's a great ambition to have.
Well, I'm going to look at him real closely. Don't think that might not happen.
Already the wheels are working in your mind, John.
I haven't seen too much of Acosta, but he's got a style a little similar to Camacho. He's not as fast as Camacho right now, and we'll see as the bout progresses.
He throws that left hand with power.
We're talking about Victor Acosta, the young man in the red trunks, 23 years old, from Carolina, Puerto Rico.
He's had only 1 fight this year, mostly because he's come to the States and is really adjusting here. And he goes after Santos Cruz with a good right-left combination.
I tell you, Sam, Santos Cruz better be able to move. He better be able to use up that ring because I like the way Victor Acosta throws punches. It's a little off the mark right now, but if he moves in a little bit, I'm sure that he's going to do some damage to Santos Cruz. However, we have not seen Santos Cruz as far as what he can do with his offense. We have to watch for that. He's a slower puncher than Acosta, that's for sure, up to this point at least. And I don't know what kind of power he's got in that right hand. He really hasn't thrown it yet. There it is, but he missed by a mile.
Backs Acosta up, but Acosta fights his way off the ropes. Acosta missing wildly with the right hand, scored with a glancing left.
That left hand is a looping punch.
Professional boxing is coming to you from Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum. And out comes Victor Acosta in the dark trunks, the red trunks, but a nice straight right lands by Santos Cruz.
Cruz does throw a good straight right hand, and Victor Acosta, the big power is in that left hand, and he loops the punch. He does not throw it straight. If he threw it as straight as Santos Cruz, he'd be a lot better off, but he's looping that hand.
Luis Rivera is the referee.
I'm sorry, Sam, which means that the opponent has a lot of time to see it coming.
Acosta is 22 years old. As I mentioned, has fought most of his fights in Puerto Rico, Venezuela, and a couple here in New York. Right hand got in by Santos Cruz.
He throws that real straight as an arrow.
And a left lands by Acosta.
Well, we learned that Acosta could take a punch because that right hand that Santos Cruz threw was right on the mark, and it was a good solid punch. He had everything in it.
Again, a glancing left off the chin of Santos Cruz. Acosta ducked under a right and got in a right to the body.
Whatever happened to body punching, Sam?
A lost art.
Everybody's shooting for the head these days.
Cruz has scored with a couple of straight right hands again. Cruz opening up a little more in the second round.
Cruz is doing the right thing. Cruz in the white trunks. He's moving from side to side. He's moving around the ring. He's not allowing himself to be a target. Cruz is a good fighter. And we know now for sure that his big power is in that right hand.
Nice right hand lead before by Acosta.
Acosta's much faster, Sam. He's getting off. He's getting off before Cruz.
Cruz has got to be on the lookout for that right left, that quick right left.
Good combination to the body, first time by Victor Acosta.
Second round scheduled for 10. Acosta waving to Cruz saying, come and fight, come on.
Go get him is the answer to that.
Right hand got in by Santos Cruz. Nice left. Acosta just keeps coming in. He's getting clipped a little bit. That left hand.
Yeah, but he caught it going away, and he only got a little piece of it.
You're watching professional boxing on Madison Square Garden Cablevision. Round 3, scheduled for 10. Santos Cruz in the white trunks. Victor Acosta in the dark trunks, the red trunks. Cruz looked a lot better in that second round, John.
Yes, he did. He got off pretty good with that right hand. As I said, he has to keep moving. He caught Acosta coming in with the right hand again. I'm trying to watch Acosta, Sam, and think of Camacho, what he would do against him. And I can tell now that Camacho is so fast that Acosta would be a little vulnerable. And his looping punches would give Camacho plenty of time to get out of the way. So right now, I'd have to say that Camacho would not have that much trouble with him.
Acosta and Cruz going at it. Nice lefts by both.
He always catches him with that punch while he's leaning away or backing away. If he catches him coming in like that with it, it's going to be the end of the night for Cruz. But Cruz is not getting the full force of the blow.
Missing. Cruz doing a good job of bobbing and weaving out of the way of those punches. And a good right hand by Cruz, and he follows up. Santos Cruz giving Victor Acosta some problems.
Followed up with two. The first one was a good one. The second was not that good, but it was in there. And he caused Acosta to tie him up a little bit and look for a little rest.
See Acosta looking for that opening for the big left hand. Wants the big knockout with the left hand.
But Acosta is not doing, Sam, is trying to set up Cruz with the right hand. He should try to set him up with that right hand and then drop the left. He's not doing that. He's not working his way in. When he does throw the left hand, which is supposed to be a jab, right hand rather, being a left-handed fighter, the jab is the right hand. He just paused with it. He does not snap the punch.
Right hand to the body by Acosta scored. The left hand was blocked by the gloves by Santos Cruz.
Acosta should look for that. When Cruz comes in like that, comes creeping in like that or walking in, he should look to counter.
Again to the body. Nice right left. Cruz moving well. First round, Cruz kind of stood around and felt out Acosta's punches, but he's been moving well the last couple of rounds. Final seconds of round 3 from Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum. This is professional boxing. Scheduled 10-round lightweight bout. Acosta comes out charging, but Santos Cruz moving away nicely. Cruz has done a good job last couple of rounds.
Cruz is much slower than Acosta, and that is a disadvantage for him. He throws a better punch, that is, in the delivery of the punch, straight as an arrow, where Acosta's punches are looping. But Acosta is the busier fighter, and he's the guy that's building up the points. He's forcing the fight, he's doing all the leading.
Cruz's best punch has been the right hand, the straight right. Seems to counter. Cruz doesn't go to the offense at all.
He doesn't use a jab. If he's got one, he should use it. He doesn't. He very seldom throws it. He should just keep throwing it to keep Acosta back. He's not using a jab at all. When he does use it, he just throws it out there like it was nothing at all. Has no effect at all.
Acosta's last fight was at the Embassy Hall in North Bergen, New Jersey, August 18th. As John mentioned, he knocked out Willie Fisher in the second round in that fight.
Cruz is looking to throw the right hand. He's looking to try to end the fight with one punch. He's been fighting a retreating fight all the way through, right since the opening bell.
Luis Rivera, the referee. Big left hand missed by Acosta.
And Cruz is fighting the kind of fight that Acosta wants in the fight right now. He's fighting, as they say in boxing, he's fighting the other guy's fight.
What do you think Acosta can do to sharpen up that left hand, John?
He's got to learn how to shorten up the punch set. He's got to move in a little bit, and he's got to shorten up that punch.
Nice right by Acosta.
Acosta's still a young fighter. He's had, what, 14 fights? He should know that by now, though. He should get that bad habit out of his system. I'm sure that his manager, Bob Jackson, a very good one and an excellent trainer, has told him about it. But it's a habit the fighter gets into, and there's a lot of habits that fighters get into they never get out of.
Is there a way that you can get out of that? A way to shorten up that punch?
Yes, there is, and it's all up in the head. You've got to think about it. Think and train.
Half a minute to go, round 4. We're scheduled for 10. Straight left got in by Acosta, who's in the dark trunks, the red trunks. Again, Acosta throwing the right, followed with the big left hand. Final seconds, round 4. You're watching professional boxing. Stay with us. We're at the Felt Forum. At the Felt Forum at Madison Square Garden.
Santos Cruz has a remarkable facial resemblance to Juan Laporte, the new champion who's here tonight, by the way. He's here, and I understand that Wilfredo Benitez is here, and Wilfredo Gomez. So we have a lot of...
Not a bad card, John.
Like to have him in the ring.
Good group. Not a bad card of fighters will be in the ring as well. Jose Barrett, the knockout man. We'll see him a little later on. Michael De La Rue against Felix Pintor. Carl the Truth Williams. Mark Madal. All still to come.
And for a little diversification, I understand that there's a chance we might have Angel Cordero, the jockey, here tonight.
I think if he rides the horse straight here from the track, he might make it. Acosta in the dark trunks, the red trunks. It's caught Santos Cruz a couple of times here in round 5. Acosta's been in charge of this fight.
Yes, he has. He's done the leading. He could do more if he wanted to gamble, Sam. He knows what Cruz has got. He knows that the big power is in that right hand. He could gamble with him. The left-hander, he could move in and go to work from inside if he wanted to, but he's still a little cautious of Cruz.
Cruz, as you mentioned, a late replacement, has hung in there very well.
Well, there are a lot of fighters like that, Sam. They're in gyms and they're dying for fights and they're waiting and waiting and waiting. The opportunity came. Fortunately, he was ready. He's in shape. He was training for just to stay in shape, and fortunately, he got a fight, so he gets a payday out of it.
A couple of right hands by Acosta have landed.
What Cruz is doing right now is what Acosta should be doing inside. Cruz is doing the better work inside. Acosta tied him up. Cruz got the better of the exchange from inside.
Good work. And now Acosta says, come on, come on.
That's strictly hot dogging. He'd already been there, Acosta.
Actually, smart work on the part of Santos Cruz, not giving Acosta room to throw those long punches.
Santos Cruz is a pretty good fighter. He knows his way around. Knows how to box. Good moves, and he's got Mr. Acosta figured out pretty well.
Luis Rivera gets him apart. Final seconds of round 5. Professional boxing is coming to you from the Madison Square Garden Belt Forum. 10. And they both come out quickly. Santos Cruz and Victor Acosta. Acosta going for the body more. Acosta looking for that left hand, and Cruz doing a good job staying away from it and scoring on his own here.
Cruz just pawing with that left hand. He should try to snap it more, just laying it out there.
I think this is a tougher fight than Acosta expected.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Left hand scored by Acosta, but Cruz answers right back.
Santos Cruz, que la verdad, al terminar el round anterior puso rodillas sobre la lona, pero el referee no contó absolutamente nada.